Yo, what is going on, guys? It's the one and only one Henis, and today I am bringing you another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video over here onto my channel. And today, guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about something that's been in Call of Duty since Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and it's about that time of year when we have to go ahead and talk about it once again. But before we jump into that topic, guys, for those of you who are baseball fans out there, and more specifically Cleveland Indian fans, I want to go ahead and congratulate all of you for beating out the Toronto Blue Jays and making it into the World Series. So the Cleveland Indians just won what's called the NLCS, the National League Championship Series, and they will be competing up against whoever wins the American League Championship Series, or the ALCS, which is currently the Los Angeles Dodgers or the Chicago Cubs. So whoever wins that best of game 7 series, they will be moving on to the World Series and competing against the Cleveland Indians. So those of you who don't care about baseball, what I just said in the last 15 seconds is going to make absolutely zero sense to you. But regardless, if you're a Cleveland Indians fan, congratulations. And since I'm a baseball fan in general, I want to go ahead and congratulate all of you guys. So with that out of the way and completely off topic for what we're going to talk about today, we'll jump right back on track here. What I want to talk to you guys about is supply drops. Now, I know what you guys are going to be saying. Oh my god, another supply drop opening video on Henis' channel. That's actually not what we're going to be doing today. What I'm going to be talking to you guys about is how supply drops are much better here in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare than what we had in Black Ops 3 and AW. But before we jump into it, guys, hopefully you all will go ahead and enjoy today's video. If you guys do, be sure to go ahead and smack a like, guys. 100 likes is going to be our like goal for today. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new so you can stay up to date with all Call of Duty Infinite Warfare content. I'll be bringing you guys videos up the wazoo so you guys won't miss anything as far as Infinite Warfare goes throughout this next year. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump right into it. So we're going to be talking about supply drops today, and I'm probably going to make a title that's somewhat similar to what T. Martin did with his title for his video when he talked about this exact same thing, which is something along the lines of supply drops have changed and so should your opinion. And the reason I want to talk to you guys about this today is because supply drops, from what we've been told so far, what we're going to be getting in Infinite Warfare is so much better than what we had in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. So first off, let's jump all the way back to Advanced Warfare, where we had advanced supply drops. And in these advanced supply drops, you could pay for them, and what you could get out of them are weapon variants that had increased statistics, or sort of they were elite tier weapons that had increases to damage, mobility, range, statistics like that would overall make the weapon better than the base version of the weapon that was in the actual game. For example, we talk about a weapon like the BAL-27, which was one of the most common assault rifles within Advanced Warfare, and I believe the first one you would unlock as well. You compare that to the BAL-Obsidian Steed, which was one of the most popular elite weapons to get out of supply drops, or one of the most coveted, a weapon that everyone really wanted to get, that I believe had some increased statistics and increased range, fire rate, mobility, and damage. It had something increased and decreased along those lines, but it just made the weapon overall better, and the only way you could get the elite version of that weapon was out of supply drops. So it was a whole luck system. You really could not guarantee yourself to be getting those weapons out of supply drops other than paying for them, which a lot of people were really up in arms about because they felt like Advanced Warfare was a pay-to-win game, and it absolutely was. So that was probably the worst thing that Call of Duty has done in terms of supply drops so far here in the Call of Duty franchise. But then again, that was the very first Call of Duty that we saw supply drops in, so we're going to cut them a little bit of slack for slipping up a little bit there. So let's jump forward a year. We'll go into Black Ops 3. Now in BO3, we had crypto keys, which would allow us to grind out the game and then open up those supply drops to go ahead and get more weapons. Now, the only real difference between Advanced Warfare and BO3 was the fact that even though we did have weapons in Black Ops 3, there is a considerable argument that can be made that BO3 was not a pay-to-win game because we did not have weapons that were better than the base weapons that everyone was given within Black Ops 3. I think personally the most powerful DLC weapon that you could only get out of supply drops in Black Ops 3 was the Peacekeeper. And it was one of those weapons that was still incredibly good, but in my opinion, there were still weapons within Black Ops 3 that were better than the Peacekeeper and that could easily rival it. But like I was talking about earlier with Advanced Warfare, there were really no weapons that could rival the BAL-Obsidian Steed, or a weapon like the ASM-1 Speakeasy, or the Moore's Doctor. Weapons like that really just dominated the game, that you really could not have any substitute for. So in Black Ops 3, I feel like they did a slightly better version of that, but at the same time, they added weapons that you could only get out of supply drops that weren't necessarily pay to win, but it was still sort of a bit of a scummy system because obviously everyone wanted to get those weapons, and there was no merit system for those weapons. You couldn't just grind out the game in order to get them, because at the given rate that crypto keys were given to you, they were too incredibly slow, and the cost for rare supply drops, which is where you could really only get these weapons, was way too high in terms of how many crypto keys you would get per match. So that was my only really big issue with Black Ops 3. So now here we are at Infinite Warfare. It's going to be released here in a couple weeks, and I'm personally really excited for how they're doing this year. We're going to be getting a brand new currency called Salvage, which you can get from playing the game, very similar to how you would get crypto keys within Black Ops 3, and then you can use this salvage to actually purchase purchase these weapons. You could actually guarantee yourself to get these DLC weapons. So unlike in Black Ops 3, where you could only gamble your crypto keys and your COD points to get these new weapons, you can actually work under a merit system. So the more you play Call of Duty, the better you are at it, the more you can work up your rankings, work up those salvage, work up those keys, and then get yourself some of these weapons. Now, these weapons you can also get out of supply drops, but the fact that there's also a merit system, like I've been saying out throughout this entire video, the fact that there's a way for you to actually guarantee yourself to get this weapon is really nice. Now, personally, from what we've seen in the Infinite Warfare beta so far, I'm a little bit concerned as to how slowly you get salvage. I personally think that salvage should be increased in the amount that you're actually given per game, and I think it's a little bit weird too that we're only given it in big chunks, that we're not really given a little bit every single game, similar to keys or crypto keys like what we have in Infinite Warfare and in Black Ops 3 respectively. So in my opinion, if Infinity Ward upped the increased amount of salvage that you're getting every single game, I honestly think that would make it a little bit better, because like I said, the amount that we're getting so far here in the beta is a little bit low. But then again, it is a beta, so it is subject to all change. But the reason I think that Infinite Warfare is the best system so far, just to summarize here at the end, is because you can actually work for better versions of weapons within Call of Duty. And this is something that we have not seen in Call of Duty yet. And pretty much what we're seeing here in Infinite Warfare is Call of Duty fixing all of the problems that we saw all the way back in Advanced Warfare. They're taking weapon variants, weapons that have increased stats, but they're also allowing you to actually work your butt off to get those weapons. Now, obviously, they don't want to make them too easy, but they don't want to make them too hard either. So it'll be interesting to see when the actual full game releases on November 4th, how Infinity Ward finalizes the whole system to actually get these weapons. But I want to go ahead and hear your guys' opinion down there in the comment section below, because this is such a heated topic. It's a topic that a lot of people really care about, and for a lot of people, it really makes or breaks the Call of Duty, because if you run into someone who has tons of spare money, who can just shell money out at supply drops and open up like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of supply drops, either because they're a YouTuber or either because they're just filthy stinking rich, they're going to have a better chance at being better than you at Call of Duty, because they can go ahead and increase their chances at getting those weapons. But if you're somebody who can grind out the game, really improve your skills, then you can actually work your way to the top without having to spend any money than the base version of the game that you're going to pay for when you actually get Infinite Warfare, which is either $60 for the base version of the game or $80 if you want to go ahead and get Modern Warfare Remastered. So here's my own personal opinion on it. I personally think that what Infinity Ward is doing right here is absolutely phenomenal. They've pretty much, in my opinion, gotten rid of all the issues that I've had with supply drops, and the only real reason I'm making this video, and I think the only real reason T Martin made his video as well, is because a lot of people were up in arms when they just heard the word supply drops, and that's because supply drops have gotten such a bad reputation over the last 2 years here in Call of Duty, and who can blame them? You know, Activision, in my opinion, really hasn't done a great job in terms of serving the community when it comes to supply drops. They really haven't made it what they could have done, which is hopefully what we're going to be getting here in Infinite Warfare. So all in all, to summarize, I am very excited with how Infinity Ward is doing this. They're truly making supply drops what they should have been all the way back in Advanced Warfare. But as with everything I like to talk about here on my channel, hopefully you guys will go ahead and leave your opinions down there in the comment section below. I'll be interested to hear what you guys have to say. Hopefully you all did go ahead and enjoy today's video, though. If you guys did, a like rating would be very much appreciated. 100 likes need to be our like goal for today. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. Comment down below hashtag supply drops if you watched up to this point in the video. And anyways, guys, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, everybody, keep gaming, and as always, stay cool. Adios.